of the facts related to the poem Tintern Abbey by William Wordsworth. So this poem was first published in 1798 edition in the collection Lyrical Ballads. As you know that Lyrical Ballads as a collection jointly published by Wordsworth and Coleridge in 1798, and this established the romanticism, the movement romanticism in English literature. And the order of this poem uh, was it was the last poem. It was the last poem included in this collection, Lyrical Ballads. So it comes as the last poem. Okay. Now, in this poem, the poet has mentioned the exact moment of composition, that was on 13th July 1798. So the exact date was given in the poem 13th of July 1798. So the date is very important. Okay, it was on 13th July 1798. Now the full title of the poem is Lines Written a Few Miles Above Tintern Abbey on Revisiting the Banks of the Wye During a Tour, July 13, 1798. From this title, this is a complete title of the poem. The poem is famous as Tintern Abbey, but this is the complete title of this poem. Okay, so from this we can get a lot of information, that is lines written a few miles above Tintern Abbey on revisiting the banks of the Wye is a river, okay, during a tour, July 13, 1798. So this poem is considered as a topographical poetry or loco-descriptive poetry, as it includes the description of the location. So as you can see the background, this is Tintern Abbey and the river Wye. You can see the river Wye, and so it's basically the view was somewhat similar to this. The poet had the same, almost the same view, and here we can see the ruins of Tintern Abbey and then the river Wye, its path. Okay, now so that is the reason why we call it as a topographical poetry or loco-descriptive poetry. Now some other facts. So in this poem we can see 5 stanzas and there are 162 lines. So the total number of lines are 162 in 5 stanza. Okay, so there is some unevenness in these stanzas, the lines in each stanzas. So the smallest stanza is the third stanza. Out of this 5 stanza, the third stanza has 9 lines, and this 9-line third stanza is the smallest stanza in this poem. And the longest stanza is the fourth stanza. It has 54 lines. Okay, so remember that the fourth stanza is the longest and it has 54 lines. Now, the theme of the poem is basically the restoration power of nature and the change between the past and the present. Okay, and as in the title it has mentioned that there is a revisiting. So this is not the first time the poet is not there in this location for the first time. He is visiting it again. So that is the reason why he included the term revisiting. Okay, so this abbey is basically a monastery, and Tintern Abbey, we are here this abbey is Tintern Abbey, and so this is located in the adjunct to the village of Tintern. So that is a village, the Tintern. The name Tintern is a village. Okay, and it is on the Welsh bank of the river Wye. So it is on the Welsh bank, as you know that England and Wales both are situated near that is they are kind of they share this river. Okay, so it's Welsh bank of the river Wye, and then so this is the first Cistercian foundation in Wales, that is basically a Christian monastery, fell into ruin after the dissolution of the monasteries in the 16th century. this is specific about Tintern Abbey. There were lots of abbeys throughout England, but later on, due to um, this rule that came into effect in the 16th century, monasteries were demolished, or they became ruined. Okay. Now remains have been celebrated in that is this Tintern Abbey is situated in a very picturesque location. So it is very beautiful, as you can see in the picture. So this remains of Tintern Abbey has been celebrated in poetry and painting from the 18th century onwards. Okay, now here the poet is accompanied by someone, and from the poem we can understand that the poet is speaking to his sister Dorothy Williams. That is Dorothy Wordsworth. Dorothy Wordsworth is the sister of William Wordsworth, and we can once we get into the poem, we understand that there is this person, that is Dorothy is there. She is talking. The poet is talking directly to his sister. Okay, so here the speaker is a poet himself, and in some of the poem we can see that there will be a persona. Usually in a poem, there will be a speaker, but here we can understand that this persona is William Wordsworth itself. Okay, so it is not an assumed persona, but that's rather a real persona, that is a person, William Wordsworth, and he is talking to his sister Dorothy. But this is not this is a kind of mixture of genres. Okay, we cannot say that this is a complete dramatic monologue, or this is a lyrical poetry, or this is a ballad type of poetry. This is a kind of mixture of many genres. But yeah, in the middle, almost at the end of the poem, we can identify that the poet is speaking to his sister Dorothy. Okay, that is, these are the facts related to the poem Tintern Abbey. Okay,